Gruesome Magazine.
Hello, once again, I'm your host, Doc Rodden, and this is Gruesome Magazine, where we review the very latest in streaming and video on-demand horror movies. Each week, my co-hosts, Jeff Mohr, Crystal Cleveland, Christopher G. Mohr, and myself will take a look at furious, spooky, scary, and gory genre offerings, and sometimes swissploitation. That's what we're doing tonight with Mad Heidi. Let me introduce my crew, starting off with the one and only Jeff Mohr. Jeff, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, but I just can't. I'm not sure why, but I have this urge to yodel.
Yodel.
Yodel-a-hee-hoo.
Oh my gosh.
Yodel.
I knew I couldn't do it that well.
Do it.
No.
I should
All
have
right.
practiced. I could
Also joining us this week is Crystal Cleveland, the living dead girl. How you doing, Crystal?
I'm good. Now I really do. I'm like, now I wish I had practice. See, I don't think about this stuff before the show, and then this stuff comes up, and I disappoint everybody. And
No, never.
that's
Never!
too bad. You'll get
not
over it. Just shoves. Thank you, Christopher. But for the rest of you, you just shove some cheese in your mouth and you like it.
Cheese in your mouth and you
Oh,
like
God.
And you
I
like
think
it.
you just
All
turned
right.
on a few people.
Well,
I mean, cheese is good.
all right. Also joining this week is award-winning filmmaker Christopher G. Mohr.
More.
Cheese whiz himself.
The
Oh,
hills are alive with the sound of bloodshed. I'm
Yeah.
doing well,
Yes. Colorful
Yeah.
rendition.
especially after
by
watching
Lovely
this
Lemon System.
crazy film.
Yeah.
Crazy indeed. All right. Well, we're excited. What we're going to do is we're going to give you our review of Mad Heidi. We're going to start off giving you our first impressions. Those first impressions will be spoiler free. Then we'll dive into discussion. We will talk about a few spoilers, and there are, believe it or not. And then we'll wrap things up with our score 1 to 5 and our favorite scene. And of course, we hope if you enjoy this review, and you can catch many others on the site, please do that. You hit the like, subscribe, and share buttons, which every little click will help us find more horror fans just like you. Yes.
Yeah. Totally.
Well, yeah. All right. We are celebrating
Yeah.
10 years of podcasting, believe it or not, by this wonderful intro. We are started in April of 2013 with our first episode reviewing Evil Dead, the remake. And then we started our 10-year celebration this year reviewing Evil Dead Rise.
Making
Yes.
hard
That's
cheese
kinda awesome.
great again.
I know. Yeah, there's cheese
That's-
grater for this cheesy movie. All right. I don't know where I'm going with that, but,
true that.
but we're
That
there.
kind of worked. It
We're
kind of
there.
worked, actually. Yeah.
All
I
right,
mean,
we're going to be celebrating all year long. We're going to end in end of February of 2024 with our inaugural Grue-Crews. So we hope you can join us on that. That would be a lot of fun. It is
Yes.
3 days of horror and fun in the sun.
so
Hopefully
now we
there's
need
a
to be
lot of
like,
alcohol.
sail
Yeah.
away, sail away, sail away.
Oh gosh.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yeah.
let's get into the card.
Yeah.
All right. Mad Heidi from Raven Banner 2023. It's available in theaters nationwide Wednesday, June 21st, 2023. The synopsis is Swiss mountain girl Heidi is abducted by brutal government troops and must defend herself in a fight a war against a cheese-fueled machinery of hate.
That is a perfect description right there. Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Directed by Johannes Hartmann and Sandro
Johannes?
Klopfstein. What? Johannes?
I'd say it's Johannes, probably.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Written by them and Gregory D. Widmer and Trent Haaga. The cast includes Alice Lucy, Max Rudinger, Casper Van Dien, David Schofield, Kel Matsina, Alma G. Sato, and Pascal Uli. Tagline is, "You just fucked with the wrong Heidi."
Word.
And that gives you exactly what this movie is about.
Yeah.
All right, Christopher G. Mohr, what was your first impression of Mad Heidi?
They call this the first swissploitation film. This film has nunsploitation, prison exploitation.
Yeah.
It's got kung fu.
Cheese exploitation.
Yeah.
Cheese exploitation. I mean, yeah, there's has a little bit of black exploitation in it as well. I mean, it has a little bit of everything in this.
Mhm.
And it is just it, and the way they lean into everything that's known to be Swiss is just makes it even more hilarious because it's almost just leaning in to and leaning in jokes involved with that. And I think and then when we get to like when Heidi starts going off on people, we get Arnold Schwarzenegger level jokes. She kills people, and I guffawed several times throughout this film, especially towards the end. And Casper Van Dien, maybe he's going the sort of Robin Hood Men in Tights level accent back and forth, but it doesn't matter because you can't really worry about anybody being like perfection when it comes to anything because this is so over the top, and there's definitely some big crazy gore moments in it. They're just over the top Kill Bill level gore moments.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, there's and it has sexploitation as well. Casper Diaz just has people working in his house that are topless for no reason, and the camera just is luridly just looks at them. It's like, and I was like, I think by watching this, I kind of wish we had more movies like this,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because it's just leaning in. It's not really worrying about. I mean, if you're offended by any of that kind of stuff, don't watch it. But I enjoyed the hell out of this film from beginning to end because it just leans into fully in the joke of what it's about, And it's just ridiculous because there's even gladiator exploitation at one point. I mean,
you're right.
It's crazy.
I didn't even think about that.
And there's just so many weird humorous parts throughout that I could probably name off, several different ones in a row. I will say when Heidi shows up in her new outfit, damn. I'm just saying, my future wife needs a dress like that.
There you go.
But I love this film. Made me. I'm still smiling and laughing thinking about it. So that just shows you how well they leaned into what makes this film. I really hope they make more films like this, which it kind of hints at the very end. But this film is very enjoyable if you like exploitation type films where it leans into the humor a lot and has fun with it.
Yeah, if we should say, in case it wasn't obvious, that this is actually a film made in Switzerland. That wasn't obvious.
Yes, and they don't mind making jokes about anything that's Swiss oriented.
No, not even a Swiss knife.
That's
every Swiss thing, everything's Swiss.
The Swiss don't care. They're like, whatever. We know we're the best. Or see, I can't do the accent. They know they're the best. They're like, oh. So there's a joke in my house, like about chocolate. Actually, like, is it Swiss? We prefer Belgian chocolate. It's our thing. So like, we have jokes. Is it Swiss? Already. Yep. So this movie was extra funny because I was like, oh God, now we're going to start this with cheese. We have to go there. But this is a Grindhouse film, 1000% Grindhouse.
Yes.
In every way, shape, and form. Actually, it's even more over the top than a lot of Grindhouse films.
Yeah.
Now, like I will tell you that the scenery is gorgeous and the color grading on this film is really beautiful. It's got that beautiful oversaturation and it really just pops. Casper Van Dien's red suits in this were amazing. So I think that the whole red played really well. It's super funny. I was really sad. Like, okay, we can't talk about it, but yeah, the story is, it's very, like Christopher mentioned, very Kill Bill. A girl gets angry after, she gets hurt. Some stuff was done to people she loved, and she goes for
It's a revenge flick. Yep.
Yeah, so it's a Grindhouse. I mean, there's really not much to say about it without spoilers at this point, but it is shot well. The acting is over the top, and some of it is silly, but still good and ridiculous. And yeah. I mean, it's good. I wish I could do the accent, but no one in this movie can do the accent anyway, so I should probably just try to do it. It's good. Like, I don't know. I'm like, are they Germans or are they Swiss, or does it matter? It doesn't matter. Fascists are fascists.
A little bit of everything. Jeff, what was your first impression of Mad Heidi?
I don't even want to tell you. Right at the beginning, they had me with a couple of lines and a couple of things, but I'm not going to say them until we get into spoilers. There's just, it's so much fun. And I get the impression. So there was a few jokes, not very many, but a few that kind of fell flat with me. But I sort of get the idea they didn't care. They're just throwing stuff up against the wall right and left to see what sticks, and an awful lot of it sticks. Casper Van Diem is great. So is the lead. And I've totally brain farted her name, Alice Lucy. And then you have character names like Fräulein Rottweiler. I'm like, give me a break. So anyway, it was great fun. You said nunsploitation. I was thinking ninja nuns.
Ninja nuns. Oh my god!
They combined the two.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they were just and there was a fair amount of references to old movies. I will say, because I don't think this is a spoiler, I absolutely loved the Ennio Morricone type music, spaghetti western type music that they put in there in multiple places. It just, I literally, there was one place where I got goosebumps when that music was going.
Yeah.
Because I was like raised on spaghetti western, so it just really got me going. Anyway, we'll save some of the others. Yeah.
I was going to say Casper Van Dien.
I enjoyed the hell out of it, and I was laughing. Yeah.
Yeah, Casper Van Dien even mentions Faster Pussycat by name.
Yes, the Russ Meyer film and then the crowd chants back, kill, kill.
Yes.
Full title. Yeah. This is a zany. It's not horror in the way that we generally look at horror, but the gore in this is plenty gory enough for any horror fan to be incredibly satisfied just with the gore alone. And then if you have a sense of humor, you're going to love it. This movie is just over the top and zany, and it's they captured a tone here that people try and fail miserably doing a lot. And I don't think they fail here. Like Jeff said, there's a couple times when it kind of comes off like but in true airplane fashion, right, Christopher? Not every joke is going to land, and it may not land for me, but it may land for somebody else. So you never know.
Subjective,
yeah. But at the same time, there's just so much of it, and like Crystal said, visually it's stunning. And not only the locations, but in the shots. There's a shot when Fräulein somebody dies, and she's lying in a pool of blood, and it's shot from over, from bird's eye view down on, and it is just beautiful. Just the way they laid her in the blood, it's just, they took care, and it shows. And this movie is a lot of fun. Sometimes, I think if you want to complain about the movie, I think is like, all the gunshots are, CGI,
For this, I don't care.
Yeah, it's not noticeable.
There is a caption at the beginning of the movie, though, that the intro slide is like, this is like a low-budget, crowd-sourced movie, so please watch it with that in mind, or something like that. I don't remember exactly.
They didn't need that, really.
No,
they didn't.
It doesn't look low budget. And my biggest complaint is, F you, why did you kill Goat Peter? But I get it. It was a plot point, but I loved Goat Peter.
So
I was
here
like,
I am.
Yes,
They
he's
they
wonderful.
had me at that name, Goat Peter.
Goat Peter.
Yeah, well,
'Cause-
yeah,
'cause
obviously.
goat, what does
It's
goat
so
mean?
dumb. Greatest of all
Greatest of all
time.
time, Peter. And then they make jokes about, he says, happy goats make happy cheese.
Yes, make
They're
happy
kind of
cheese.
teasing
Yep.
him about spending too much time with his goats. And I'm just like, oh my God.
I could have done
loved
without
it. I just loved it.
the picture they drew of him, which was very
Well, yeah.
stereotypical.
What was the
That-
picture?
it was a kind of a racist drawing of him.
Well,
It's
the
like-
eyewitness did draw.
The eyewitness
Oh, I
drew a
didn't
very
even know.
kind of thing.
yeah, he
Yeah.
drew a very typical, like, I'm not even going to what he
Oh.
drew, but I was like, oh, that's not funny at all. That could
Oh,
have been
that's too
taken out.
bad.
But
But he was smuggling goat cheese.
well, he was. You know what?
Because the whole joke of the movie is about lactose intolerant, which is
I
hilarious.
almost feel like this feels like it feels like Mel Brooks doing Kill Bill to some degree. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because it had.
Well,
I mean,
and the-
there's just jokes that are just like his side guy with the. I mean, I'll never look at a sausage and
Oh
mustard the same
yes.
again.
Ooh. Ouch. That's just painful too. I'm like, ouch. Is that
Oh,
like
man.
mm.
Like,
Yeah.
well, okay. So, when
Well, the lactose intolerant thing too is I mean, you look at the parallels there with the imagery. I mean, they're obviously imaged a fascist country after
Mhm.
Nazi Germany,
Yes.
in which case the lactose intolerant people become the Jews. They're trying to rid the
Yeah.
country
Yeah.
of lactose intolerance.
Yeah.
But by removing it like that, they make it funnier and shit.
Well, at the end, they took things. Well, to me, just leaning into the joke of everything Swiss. There's somebody who dies with the Toblerone in their mouth. You know, there's
Yeah, the
Yes,
chocolate.
yes.
Yeah.
the secret
Death
lab
by chocolate.
is a cuckoo clock that scans your.
Yeah.
The cuckoo comes out and scans your eye. I mean, it's like
So
so
dumb.
ridiculous.
Well, when
all
they
the
did you see when they
Swiss jokes
when
lean
they bring
into.
out plates of food like for a feast, it's all cheese and chocolate.
Yeah.
Some platter.
That sounds so good though. Like I like cheese
And
and,
then
chocolate.
doesn't the one guy pull out a Swiss Army knife to fight with?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, "That's not a
That is
knife."
not a weapon. I love the smell of cheese in the morning too. That was another great line.
Well, yeah. Well, there's the part where she cuts the guy in his crotch and says, "Say goodbye to your two little friends
Your
or something."
little
like that.
friends.
Say goodbye to
Yeah.
your little
Yeah.
friends.
Well, isn't that when she says "yodel me this" too? Or
Yes, she
Because-
does. Well, that's when
because
she
she-
cuts. Yeah.
yeah.
Cuts him. Cuts him
Those
out.
jokes.
She does that a couple
Slayed
times
me.
so people
Mhm.
get the
Well, I think
Right
what really,
crotch.
there's a part that's an accordion kill that I really love.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, that was
The
awesome.
visual joke
I couldn't
of it,
wait to see.
I laughed
and you're-
so hard.
The visual of the accordion and how
The
it was.
visual joke
And,
of
and
that.
the minute you see the guy with the accordion, so it doesn't play too much off it, but it reminded me of the opening scene of Once Upon a Time in the West, where
Oh.
Charles Bronson gets off the train and there's three guys waiting for him, and one of them and Charles Bronson has a harmonica in his mouth, so it switched all the roles, but they're Jack Elam and Woody Strode and a I think a Spanish actor or Italian actor. But it's like just a great drawn out scene. And so as soon as she shows up there, I'm thinking, okay, I can't wait to see what happens with this accordion. I mean, you're just like, oh my God.
Well, and she dispatches those other two guys in different interesting ways too, right before.
Yeah, he gets
So
split.
yeah, go ahead.
Well, the credits are great too. I gotta find it really quick here. Yeah, the Morgenstern soldiers are described as the credit is Morgenstern soldier yodeler, Morgenstern soldier split, and Morgenstern soldier musician. They're all I don't know. There's a throwing star, a snitch, a trigger finger. Anyway, they get a balls kick. Morgenstern soldier balls kick.
Oh man! Right. To get back to Casper Van Dien, he made the movie for me in a lot of ways. Just his over the top performance was so enjoyable to watch, and like when he goes to the prison cell to meet Heidi, and they do the little red carpet inside it, and he goes in and goes, This isn't
And
so
What is
bad.
wrong
Isn't he
with
like
those shoes?
wearing
They
like
look like Adidas slides or
sandals or-
something.
Yeah,
Oh
slides,
God, like
yeah.
the slides are so hot right now. But still, that's what made me laugh the most. I was like, so dumb, the outfit. I was like, but he looks so
Well,
good. What's
But when they threw the
ahead.
little cheese air freshener around her neck,
Oh yes, I love cheese. I love cheese. And then,
so dumb?
and then her cellmates. The girls-
Oh, and I
my God.
loved
Yeah.
them at the end, though.
Yeah.
I loved them.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like,
We are
"Ugh."
all in this together.
Didn't help,
Yeah.
but yeah.
My
All
very
right.
the whole thing. My very Swiss leader. That was the other. My very Swiss
Oh
leader,
yes.
is what he was always called.
And then I like the
Did you see and the set design too? So I think it was his office, or else it was Rottweiler's office. There was like a lizard or alligator kind of thing, balanced upright on its tail, and it was a candle holder. There was a candle stuck in its mouth.
Oh,
I don't
that's
know.
cute.
It
there's
is
a whole thing I wanted to look on the wall because he's got like all these different things that are like framed and stuff. I kind of want to go back and look because there's got to be some hidden jokes in that as well.
Oh, I'm sure.
I like how it ends when it says Heidi and Clara will return in
Return.
Heidi and
Heidi
Clara. Just the way it was said. All right, let's go ahead and
Well,
wrap this up. Go
Oh,
ahead,
yep.
Christopher. You
No, I
want
just
to
wanted to say I
jump?
love even the Universal. They do no Paramount logo. They do like a parody of the Paramount logo with the. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah,
it's party time. It's party time, bitch, was another line that they used.
Oh man.
Not quite.
All
It's
right.
prime time, but it's party time.
There you go. There you go. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Let's give our score 1 to 5
Mm.
and our favorite scene. Christopher, I think you are first,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
I had a few issues with just like because I think she keeps getting knocked down, I guess, towards the end or whatever. I kind of wanted her just to continue like Arnold Schwarzenegger her way. But overall, I give it a 4.5 out of 5. I enjoyed this film was just so much fun to me. And this kind of film that I wish I would have directed. I would love to make something like this because it just has that level of sex jokes and parodies of other genres, but then sort of creates its own uber genre with the whole Swiss angle.
Yeah.
And I think the actors are great. Even the main girl who plays Heidi. I mean, I'd love to see her in other stuff.
Oh, she's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. Call me. So as for favorites, man, there's so many scenes I could say. You know what? I have to go with the accordion kill. Is that was probably one of my loudest laughs. Just the visual joke of that, and then her little thing and her little saying she said after it, her own Arnold Schwarzenegger saying after she dispatched him. I just thought that was just a brilliant way to sell an accordion kill joke.
Yep. Absolutely. Crystal, you're up next. Your score 1 to 5. Favorite scene.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5 as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Because there's little that I didn't like. The quality is so high, and it's so dumb, and so I loved it. It's so dumb. God, it's so dumb. And I like dumb. Okay, I'm just like, oh God. I think if I watched it again and watched it more, I think I would find it even funnier. Because I think there were points where I was like, you just processing it all. And I know I said that I hated this, but it was my favorite scene because it Goat Peter's death. Like when his head goes, I was like, oh God, okay. It was but I don't know why I just wasn't ready for it. I wasn't expecting it. I thought maybe he wasn't going to die too at a point or something. I don't know. And then it's just like, I was like, oh, okay. Well, that was a choice. And now he's gone. The pimp daddy of cheese is gone.
Oh, Maggie, the outfit, the whole outfit he wore walking down the street.
God, he was awesome.
Well, even had the flowers and the.
Mm-hmm. I wish he had like goldfish in
Some
his
lace.
platforms.
Oh my God, that would have been perfect.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Forgot all about that. Damn it, Jeff. Your score 1 to 5. Your favorite scene.
Favorite scene is going to be tough. I'll go because you guys have mentioned some good ones. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. I'll do 4.5 as well.
Nice.
Mostly, the thing that really puts it over the top for me, I'm going to say my favorite scene is any scene with the spaghetti western music in it. I just loved it, and it was used perfectly. It wasn't like overdone, or you didn't like going, "Oh crap, that didn't," It was really good. But there's a whole host of other stuff that could have been done. The Frenchman, I think it's the Frenchman that says, "My heart is melting like butter on a baguette."
Yes.
I just
So ridiculous. Oh.
There's just so many of those lines in there. They're just crazy.
They're great though.
Yes.
I feel bad. I wrote down a 4, which is a great score, and you guys just blew me away. All right. I enjoyed this movie quite a bit, and I just realized like the lead actress, Alice Lucy, has only done like 3 things. She needs to do more stuff. Yeah. She was fantastic. My favorite scene, I'm going to go with and I didn't really think of it as what you described it as, Jeff, but when she's fighting in the arena against the guy that has the bullhorns. What was he called? He was called.
Oh yeah,
the neutralizer.
Neutralizer.
Yeah, he was cool.
Just a couple things.
Well, I think he was that wimpy guy with the stamp too.
He was the wimpy guy in the office guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
With the
yes. And he pulls out the approved stamp, which is like all covered in cobwebs and everything. Never been used. but it was just everything that happened to him, and even the metal balls that fall to the floor.
Yeah. Well, that was...
and but and she's holding up his head at the end. I don't know. The whole thing I loved. What can I say?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He also had a crossbow missile launcher.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Well,
the hands exploded.
Talking about that death. What's great about that is he's got a pistol crossbow with an explosive head on this tiny
missile.
Little
Yeah.
Yep. And then he has
doesn't really exist in reality, but
in the back that it has the little, like the things from an old Chinese kung fu movie where the chains come out and.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what that was, because when he's lumbering around the arena, I'm wondering what those big metal things on his back are, and then he reaches up, comes over, and I'm like, whoa, that's kind of cool.
So many great things they do kung fu wise, and they sell the action of it as well. These people know what they're doing.
Oh, there was a great shot where I think it was is it General Canor or whatever, the guy that killed Goat Peter?
Yes.
Is that when there's the big explosion and you see the flames in his sunglasses?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think it was I think it was CGI, but still.
Oh yeah, it totally was.
It worked what they were doing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was stylish.
Yeah, I mean that's why I don't mind the CGI in movies like this. I kind of feel like it's just part of it. Like,
see, I think when Goat Peter's head exploded, didn't blood splash on the lens too? Supposedly,
Yeah. Well, they did the thing where several of the head explosions where you see like flaps of the head just flap down like that.
Yeah.
Like, it just makes it even. You're so used to just the total head exploding, but it's like.
And there's plenty of it. There's like 3 or 4 heads exploding in there.
Well, there's also where the guy rips the ribs apart.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and then it goes like a spider, like how it does with the legs.
Yes.
And then we get the
that
Swiss
was creepy.
Cheese joke. The Swiss cheese joke where they blow like 3 holes in the guy, and the little guy's like, "This movie is so funny. It's so bonkers."
Yeah.
Oh man.
Make more. We need more.
What's this coming out, Doc?
Yeah, where can they get it? Or wait, I think they're only doing it from their own website.
You can buy
right?
it. You can buy it from their website. You can buy it because I'd almost bought this a while ago.
Yes.
because I've been wanting to see it.
Right. Raven Banner is going to be doing it nationwide on theaters Wednesday, June 21st.
Oh, cool.
And then I imagine it's going to go
Is it going to be
VOD
local?
shortly after that. I don't know. It'll be fun to see in the theater. All right. Well, there you go. That's our review of Mad Heidi, Swissploitation at its best. The one and only. So check it out and let us know what you think in the comments down below. Can't wait to hear from you. Crystal, Christopher, Jeff, thank you for joining me. This was a lot of fun.
Thanks for having
It was a
us.
pleasure.
It was awesome.
Thank
Yes.
This is a very enjoyable.
Yeah, you've been looking forward to this one, haven't you, Christopher?
I have. I've been mentioning it several times, and so I'm glad
I
got to catch it because I'm literally, this makes me smile from ear to ear just thinking about it. So yeah, so much.
Let's
fun.
get out. Let's get out of here. Let's say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Oh.
Hello.
Gruesome Magazine.